Thank you so much for having me here today. I am obviously very excited. I just want to start off with many realtors feel uncomfortable talking to people about their real estate business because they feel like a salesperson and they have a really negative idea or definition of what that means in their head. So when there are systems and processes in place to follow, when you have a passion for what you do, that fear will go away. So today, I'd love to talk with you about how I did it, and I had lots of fun. So I'd like to go over the 6 steps that I use to build trust with buyers. So first is conversations and connections. So honestly, this is anywhere and everywhere. When you see people in the store, on the street, at school pickup, asking people open-ended questions about their family, their friends, pets, kids, work, you name it, literally everything. Ask questions about how they're doing in their life and have fun when you're doing it so that you really can make that great connection. This is not when you're trying to talk about real estate. This is when you're trying to connect with other people, and when you're able to, book coffee dates or go on a walk, depending on what the COVID rules are. Make it your own to really be able to make sure that you're genuinely getting face to face with people. Once the person is able to ask you how you're doing, that's when you have your story brand one-liner ready. Sorry, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys right now because I worked super hard on this one. But anyway, so once you have that story brand one-liner ready, that's when you're able to share a bit more about that and how that story, and you're available to help people with that. So let them know, of course, that you're happy to connect with them and help them to help people buy and sell real estate, of course, but also that, sorry, they're not able to advance the slides, but it doesn't matter. So also that you're able to help them with connecting with other things in the community. Do they need help with tradespeople? Are they needing a connection anywhere else? Are they looking for staff? Literally anything that you can do to help, that's when you do that. So the last piece on this one is the triple play. So calls, texts, and birthday videos, that's really what lands with me. I really enjoy doing them and I have lots of fun. So whatever you're going to choose for your triple play, just make sure that you're doing it consistently, because what that turns into is you planting the seeds for those friendships and the connections so that you're really able to start planting and really growing that garden, if you want to go with that metaphor. So next we have your personal follow-up. Now, in this super fast-paced world, your ability to respond quickly is important, as well as get your face in front of their face to really get personal. So what I want to share with you guys is what I did was I simply picked up my phone and I recorded a video just in a video recording settings. And it literally goes like this. It's like 10 seconds long. It's, "Hi, Meg McLean here with RE/MAX Sea to Sky Real Estate. Wanted to reach out and introduce myself and see how our team could help. Really looking forward to connecting with you." That's it. So then I heart that video in my phone. So I always have it ready to go. I use it to this day. And also what we did is in BombBomb, so you get the BombBomb program, you record that exact same video, and then you put it into an email template. I'm a Gmail user, so you simply upload the BombBomb video. It's really easy to do. You write out the text. It's like a generic text, so that when you're able to connect with that client, then you can add a little bit more personal information at that time. So with the email or with the text message, and you can add that on. Now, of course, if you're able to give them a call or they call you and you're able to answer it, that's amazing. Way to go. Like that's also perfect so that you can really get to there. And if you can't, then of course you have these resources for yourself to be able to continue to follow up and to make that connection. Now, what I found since doing this is the response rate is almost instant. What happens is people see a real person, not just an email, and they're like, "Oh, this person's actually genuinely trying to help me. I'm going to let them know if yes, I need to go ahead with this, or no, I don't need to." So that was really awesome. The last piece of this is it's absolutely terrifying being on camera. Like, don't get me wrong, sitting here right now, it's terrifying. But what Rich said to us about a year ago on one of our MAT calls was, "You look and sound like what you look and sound like. So you can't change it. It's who you are. So you might as well go with it." And so as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so right." So be yourself, because when you're yourself, you're going to attract more people that you're wanting to work with and that are similar. So after that, we are booking the appointment. So I love to joke and call this the first date because this is the key conversation that will set up your relationship with your client. So I let the client know that I'm going to need about 30 to 45 minutes to ask them a bunch of questions, really pepper them, literally just like a first date. So here on the slide is, again, I'm a Gmail user, is exactly the questions that I ask. So the buyer intake is super thorough. And so I typed absolutely everything out, saved it as a template in Gmail. So when I'm going to go on a buyer consultation, whether it's virtual, in person, whatever it is, I'm able to pull it up, go through the questions line by line, and really ask them the questions that we need, but you're really listening to what they have to say. Now, if you get out of order, that's totally fine. You literally just jump back up to wherever you left off, because conversations can go where people are excited to tell you about certain things that they're looking for, which is great. And then each question, of course, it's designed to figure out how to help them buy a home. It's also designed to understand what their values are. Now, deciphering if your values align with that client is really important right from the beginning. It earns their trust. You can go to work and you can start having fun. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention is this just came out 2 weeks ago. Where is it in the camera there? This is the Dream Home checklist that the RRI membership sent out. Now, it is absolutely fabulous. I highly recommend that you use it, tweak it, take it, make it your own, and put that in, because every question that was in there, it really does a good job of figuring out what people are needing. So next, everybody is ready to go. We're want to work together. We've got our client relationship set up. So the next thing we do is I love to educate them. So what we do is give them their exclusive buyer's manual. Now, I didn't make this up. This idea came from the Prime Real Estate team a couple conferences ago, actually the last live conference we were allowed to attend in Vancouver. And what I did with that baby is I took it page by page and looked at every little thing in there and tailored it and made it my own. And also, of course, to work for our market. So what I find is this is a massive item of value for people. And what's inside, simply, it's a binder that I literally just printed double-sided, hole punched. And so inside, when you open it up, it's an introductory letter. There's always a card on the side to give a personal touch for whoever the client is. And then what's in here is who we are, glossary of terms, deposit instructions, a flow chart of the real estate process here, feedback, real estate 101, really everything that a buyer is going to want to know is in here, as well as a financial chart so that you can really write out all the fees and things so people know, and also example documents. So when they get that 8-page buyer contract or contract for buying a home, they've already seen what it looks like and they're not like, holy smokes, what is this? So that's simply made out of paper and a binder right now. We are working on making it digital and a virtual copy. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys once we get there. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so up next, I have the number 5 is the email video series. Now, it can be really tough for clients to remember all of the details and the information that you discuss with them. Real estate is our business, not theirs. So I really wanted to find a way to ensure that clients were really getting all the information that they needed. So I designed a email video series that goes through the real estate process in our market each step of the way. So similar to StoryBrand, I organized my business in stages. So each step of the way, there is a video that goes with it. And then all of the information is written out underneath in words with the explanation, as well as any hyperlinks. So they have this information in print in the binder that they have, and then also in a digital format if it's on their email or their phone, whichever way works best for them. Now, lastly is checklists. So as everybody knows, when they get into real estate, I don't really think they know what they're doing at first. Like there's so much paperwork, where to find all the information, things are ever changing. It's just it's great. That's why we love it so much. So what I wanted to do straight away was, and it was my first Remax conference. Keith Roy was the presenter, and he's a member here. And he did a talk, and he asked me to play a game called And Then What? So since that day, I was like, oh my gosh. So literally each step, each action, each task, literally everything from the very beginning, after you finished it, and then what? And you continue and you continue. So on the slide here, this is literally what I did. I started off on a simple Google sheet, and of course they're all in their stages. So the very first stage, what do you do? And it's all chronological, so I could always flow through. And this is obviously to ensure that absolutely nothing is missed. Now, this is a living document, Yahoo. So when you want to add things, you can add it. If you need to take it out, you can cross it out, no big deal. So I just really want to say, whatever you use to keep track of what you're doing, just please use it. So now we're using Monday.com. Of course, there's a bunch of other techie things, but I'm not sure what those are. This is just what we use. And so we stay with it and roll with it. Now, again, using these systems and these processes is what is going to help. So just keep on it, because then it becomes second nature to you. You've memorized it and you know what's going to be happening. So what I did was I help, I have fun, and I really listen. So doing all 6 of these steps will create trust with your buyers and really show that you care about them. So showing your passion, enjoying what you do, having fun, it all helps, and it will stand out. So as Rich mentioned, on April 1st of 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, I decided to start my real estate business. I'd had 6 months coaching with RRI and just over 3 years experience as a licensed assistant. So when I was out on my own, I knew that I needed to have really great systems and processes in place. And I worked really hard at doing that to serve the best interests of the clients. And a lot of these, everything that I'm talking about today came from RRI. So from this membership. So I am so grateful for everybody in it and everybody sharing, giving out the ideas. Like I said, nothing of this was mine. I created it from other people's ideas. So so I started out on my own on April 1st, and I just wanted to show you, I'm going to cry just thinking about it, the picture of these beautiful ladies, because they have helped what we are today. I didn't know I was going to get emotional. This is wild. And so I love them so much, and they really want to build the business. Oh my gosh, I can't stop crying. And also they really match my culture. So I really appreciate them. So love you ladies. And thank you so much. That's all I had to talk about today.
Wow.
You know, I was going to cry.
Wow, Meg, great job. So behind me, they're probably going to show you a little bit of love on our wall there. So if you can see that.
Do people cry? This is insane.
Yes, we've had many people cry on our stage, but let me tell you why. What color are you?
Blue.
Blue, there we go. And for everybody here that doesn't understand the color profiling, Doug Bolger will be here tomorrow. He will be teaching it tomorrow and go a little deeper for those that all have heard Doug before. You know how entertaining he is. So that will be happening tomorrow. So if you don't get the whole color thing, you'll know by tomorrow for sure. But it's something that we use as an organization with personality profiling, and we know the colors of all of our members. And what was really interesting is Jeannie is Meg's coach.
Yes.
So I'm watching some of the chat here, right? And Jeannie put in the chat in her Zoom room. I don't know. I think she's in Zoom room too. I'm not sure. She put she's a blue-green. And because somebody asked a question about your personality, because they're all like the comments in the chats here are just amazing, right?
Yeah.
So people loved what it was that you did, and yes, you're a blue, and you know the way I say is brag about who you are, be more of who you are, right? Nobody can be you being you. So
feel through your face. That's what I like to do.
If you want to cry, cry. Yes. Yes. And I will say, Meg, you're not the first to cry on the stage.
Woo!
Yes,
okay, good.
So it's all good. So thank you for being here. So I do have a couple questions.
Sure.
And maybe more clarification than anything. Is first of all, somebody, they missed what the triple play was, and maybe I'll set it up and you can finish it. We have a teaching called the triple play, sort of another tool idea we have. And the triple play is that you commit to doing 3 outgoing things a day. Reach out, right? So maybe what you're going to do is you're going to make 2 phone calls, you're going to send 2 texts, you're going to send 2 emails. Maybe, you're going to send 2 videos, make 2 phone calls, send 2 texts. But they're proactive reach outs, so they're not reacting to emails. You're not reacting to somebody that just sent you an email. You're not reacting to a text. You're proactively reaching out to say hello, to follow up with leads, that sort of thing. That's what a triple play is. So it's picking 3 ways to reach out, setting a number in each one, and then doing that every single day. Now, Meg, do you want to add on to that at all?
I would say, yeah, I would add on that Rich touched on it a bit. So you can choose what you want in your triple play. So if you want to do 2 of each calls or 5 of each calls, or really you're setting the goal for yourself.
Right.
So for me, literally mid COVID, it was after one of our at one of our impact calls. We talked about the triple play and we talked about getting face to face because you can't see anybody's face. And I was like, Rich, darn it, you're right, bud. And so I just started doing that, and it was so fun. And people's energy for you to reach out to them, because I genuinely care about what they're doing. So being able to reach out in all the ways and ask them those questions it really resonates with me.
Beautiful. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah. So it's just picking
Mhm.
3 ways that you want to proactively reach out, and then determining how many of each you're going to do. That's what the triple play is, right? And then somebody said here, can you outline? So could you take us through what is in your binder again? Just quickly. So first page is this, second page is this.
Sure. And I'm sharing this with everybody, so everybody can have a copy. Like, I love it. So
Okay.
this
Well
is
then,
obviously,
yeah.
yeah,
So if you're going to share it, then we'll
I'm going to
probably,
share it.
yeah, we'll make sure people can download it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Again, like I said, I only ever printed. It's not like digital yet. So
Well,
I'm going to do my best. We've been working on it because I really did want to share it with everybody today. Because when the Prime Real Estate team gave me theirs, it blew my mind.
yeah.
So I'd love to help. Yeah.
So the Prime Real Estate team is Tony Joe, who's again been with us for probably 20 years now as a client.
Mhm.
He's actually now a coach as well, and he has this binder. And so when she says Prime Real Estate team, it's Tony Joe. He's in Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Mhm.
And what's really interesting, and you said it best, Meg, like this community that we have is unbelievable. Like everybody's just sharing all their ideas with each other. But what's really cool about the idea is the idea evolves and it goes full circle, that it becomes almost a whole new idea. And then the person that started it goes, oh, that's a really good idea. I can do that better. And everything just keeps getting better and better and better, which is pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, because you can tweak it to be to your market and to be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So then it's your own animal.
Yeah, it is. And somebody said, what was your 10-second script?
Oh, right. Sorry, it won't show this slide for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have that
Because I was so
slide.
pumped to go behind Donald because I had literally his book and everything in my presentation, but it's not working here. So
Okay.
what my one-liner is, many people struggle with navigating real estate transactions. We help by using our trusted system that guides you through the process every step of the way, so you are supported to achieve your desired outcome.
Beautiful. That is a
Mhm.
one-liner. Remember Donald Miller was
Yeah,
talking about one-liner. That's Meg's one-liner because she's in our MAC
yeah.
program, right? So she's developed
Mhm.
this sort of stuff already. So Donald Miller is going to help you with your one-liner at 4:30 today. That's his
Mhm.
workshop, is helping you develop your one-liner so that when somebody asks you what you do, remember he talked about the 2 chefs? That's the whole idea. Meg, you are how should I put it?
Oh,
You're like,
I don't know.
no, you're just a beautiful human being. I remember when you did the Mac presentation and you talked about you you sit down and you have these conversations with your clients and you ask all these
Mm,
questions, and sometimes your interviews are like an hour long, right?
yeah.
And they're just great conversations with people, and that's because at the end of the day, you got a big heart and you care. And I
Mhm.
love that about you.
Thanks, Rich.